Welcome back. We are here and having a lovely conversation with Tom and Emily Iland, mother and son team, authors of the book Come to Life. I still don't have all the subtitles. Who wants to say it for me?
I can say it.
Okay.
It's Come to Life, Your Guide to Self-Discovery.
Wonderful. And then there's another subtitle.
There is. It's Helping Youth with Autism and Learning Differences Shape Their Futures.
So important. I didn't want to leave it out. I just can't say it all right. But so important. And again, this book is available starting July 1st, and you can get it on Tom's website, Tom Iland, Iland without the S.
Yes, it's Thomas Iland. I go
Thomas
by my proper name. Ironically, we attempted to get tomisland.com. It was some kind of a Russian website of some kind.
Funny is that?
So the Russians beat me to that one.
All right, so Thomas Iland,
Yes.
no S, and the island.com.
Correct.
All right, and you can get it there. I love the fact that you guys are, distributing this on your own, and that part of the process is that you're having folks print it who have different abilities, and so we want to support that. This is a must-have book, though, for so many reasons. I definitely, if you have a child that's on the spectrum, 12 or older, personally recommend that you get this. And it's not something you're just going to pick up once and do one exercise. This is something you're going to come back to again and again and again. Well worth it. But you have other projects that you guys are both working on, and I wanted to take at least a couple of minutes here at the end of the show to talk about that. You mentioned you're doing some stuff with Be Safe the movie, and that you are someone who is now training folks for Be Safe the movie. Is that correct?
Yes, I co-trained with my mother on Be Safe to let the educators and the teachers, the therapists know how to use the Be Safe curriculum with their clients or their students.
And if somebody is out there who has, just tuned in for the first time and they haven't heard me wax poetic about Be Safe the movie, tell them, one of you, what it is.
So Be Safe the movie is a video modeling curriculum with 7 episodes that show young people what to do when they meet the police. Whether they're in a restaurant and they're afraid of the police dog, or they're mistaken for a suspect, or they need to call 911. We show what to do because we want those videos rolling in their heads instead of things they've seen in movies.
Right.
We want our script to come out of their mouths and our cooperative behavior rather than copying something they've seen elsewhere. And we already had a success story of someone who was walking on the freeway ramp and the CHP stopped him. And he did everything they said. Put your hands here, stand there. He did everything. And later his mom was very surprised he cooperated so well. And she said, "How did you do that?" He said, "I remembered the skateboarder scene from Be Safe."
Oh.
And he thought of that boy in the movie doing everything the police said, and it went extremely smoothly. Because this is a guy who would have panicked and run.
Yeah.
Into traffic, no
Yes.
less.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? So
I have a feeling I know who it is that
Yeah.
you're talking about. Well, I got to tell you, it's a matter of life and death. And if you have a kid that ever leaves your home for any reason, you need to get Be Safe the movie and watch it. I would encourage you to try to get it, have the two of them come and train a group of young people in your area, in your community, while training the police.
Right, we bring the youth and the local police together to watch the movie together and do activities out of the curriculum. So they're practicing together, but the police are getting what we call eyes-on training. They're meeting the people in their own community who they serve. They hear how they communicate. They notice any motor movements, and they are learning while they are teaching.
I got to tell you, if you've watched the news in the last 2 years and seen some of the things that happen, you can sit and complain about it, or you have the power to do something about it. And I really want to say you need to get on this. I had the benefit of Emily having already done this in my community, so I got to cheat. I didn't have to do it. I was able to watch it with my son and know, but think about it. Be the person in your community that brings it to your police so that your child is there front and center watching this with the police. You will get to be friends with all of them. It will serve you well. You definitely need to do that. You have other books as well.
I have Drawing a Blank on Reading Comprehension, Autism A to Z.
I really want to do a whole show on that at some point, because that's something that parents bring up a lot, is that their kids on the spectrum are doing so well, but that reading comprehension, and how do you teach reading comprehension to somebody who's on the autism spectrum? It's a slippery thing. Guess what? Emily wrote the book on it. So definitely, I want to do a whole show on that at some point. We've talked about that before.
It's because it was going to be Tom's greatest challenge. He had his vision to become an accountant, and this was going to stand in his way. So I had to find out, well, what is this problem and what do we do about it?
Yeah.
And that's why I got my master's in special ed, to answer the question.
Well, that's such an overachiever thing to do. My son had a question and I didn't know what to do, so I got a master's degree in special education. Welcome to the world of Emily Iland.
But it was a
But
much,
we still love her.
it was a much bigger picture, though, because people with autism were reading but were not understanding what they read.
Right.
And so she found out why.
My clients, too, my advocacy clients, it wasn't just about Tom, but I knew it was the obstacle in his life, and nobody had answers for me,
Yeah.
you know. So.
Well, and people write into us all the time, and now you know where to get the answers for that. And Tom, you've been doing a lot of speaking. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you've got going on.
I've been giving a number of keynote speeches. I was in Minnesota in April talking about know yourself, love yourself, be yourself. I'll be going to Texas in August, coming for a conference there. I'll be discussing Come to Life, prioritizing what matters most.
Milwaukee.
And we'll be at the National Autism Society Conference in Milwaukee in
wonderful.
July. That's where we're really going to kick this book off. And
It's our launch.
there'll be lots and lots of great people and wonderful figures that can get us the exposure we need and get our word and our name out there.
Oh, I'm so excited that you guys are going to be in Milwaukee. I'm not going to get to go. I just found out on Friday that I'm not going to be this year at the conference, but I know it's going to be great, and you guys are going to be there, so all the more reason for me to tell people that why you should be in Milwaukee, even though I won't be there. But that's amazing. You guys are tearing it up, getting so much done, and you know, I don't have any right to be proud of you, Tom. You have every right to be proud of yourself, and of course your parents have a right to be proud of you, but you are a light and you are a role model for all of our kids to look up to. I hope that's not a burden in any way, because I don't mean for it to be.
Currently it's not. If anything, I'd like to hear from all of you out there, more stories, more concerns you have, how I can go to your community and give a speech, bring some motivation, will bring Come to Life to you so that you can come to life.
I absolutely love that. So again, go to Tom's website to do that. Have him come and speak to your organization. Have him be there for your kids to see him. Because sometimes, you know, just being able to see somebody who's doing it and getting it done is everything. I love always hearing Whoopi Goldberg talk about turning on the television and seeing Lieutenant Uhura sitting there and being the comms director and going, I'm a black woman too. If she can do that, then I can do that.
Right.
If that's what the future looks like, bring it on. And I think our kids need that.
And it's nice that Tom wants to mentor other young people and wants them to, you know, help discover themselves.
Yes.
So they can reach their potential, because everybody has terrific potential.
That's right.
But we have to tap into it, and Come to Life helps to do that.
And we need to be able to give our kids the tools so that they can. And you know, the great thing about Emily, besides how tirelessly she works, once she cracks the code on something, then she shares it with all of us. And now that you're doing that with Tom to show how you can get to that level of self-esteem, of understanding who you are, accepting that fully, loving who that is, and being able to, there's great stuff in the book that helps with executive functions to figure out, okay, so this is what I want, how do I get there? And it's all there in wonderful worksheet forms that you can fill in the blanks, and Tom's already filled his out for you so that you have great modeling to see what that's like. So the book has Come to Life.
Your guide to self-discovery, helping youth with autism and learning differences shape their futures.
And you can get it at Thomas Iland, I-L-A-N-D, there is no S.com, starting July 1st. Get it. Trust me, you're really going to be happy that you did. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you, Shannon.